Hello guys, this is the day four of solving DSA questions until I get a good job. So yesterday I tried to solve it, but I couldn't solve it, and I will start where I left over. I think of it pretty much. I studied for it, and I got to know the logic, but I haven't seen the code. So this is challenge for me to write the code by myself. I know the logic. So let me tell you the logic. What's the basic logic? So let me just take this into here. Okay. So these are the symbols and these are the values. So what problem I was facing is it was simple for me for writing the three, right? What I will do, I will search in the dictionary and directly add it. Supposing I have three eyes, that means I will add those values. That means 1 plus 1 plus 1. Okay, it is 3. So, where in the yes, the first case will be solved, right? But what's the main problem was if we got a 4, right? And if we add them both, it will be 6. So that's not the correct answer, or that's not the correct logic for the question. So the correct logic is if you have 4, supposingly if you have 4, then what we will do, we will check for the terms. Like we will use a loop there. For every loop, we will check two numbers, the first one and the corresponding next number. Supposing this is the first number and this is the corresponding second number, we will check in this two number. If the first number is greater than the second number, then we will obviously add the sum in the result. Suppose result is 0, result is equals to 0, and let's say first we will give 6. Okay, so in this case the v is obviously greater as it is the fifth number, so it will add up into the results. Then r is equals to 5, right? And then 1 is 1 doesn't have any corresponding. I will try to add another logic for it, but for the logic just listen. 1, I will directly add 1 into the r. That means r is equals to 6 now. Okay, now this we will add if the first number is greater. What if the number is smaller? We will subtract it. Okay, so if r is 0 and we will so 1 is not greater, then we will subtract the 1. Then 0 minus 1 is minus 1, right? Now we will add the fifth number. V is 5 as we know, so we will add plus 5, plus 5. Then what will it become? It will become 4. So like that, with the help of this logic, we will try to solve the question. So for that, what we will do, I just said that we will give empty variable. Empty means variable with 0, which will be result. Okay, let's not say it as set. I was so tired yesterday, so I couldn't recall it. It's called as dictionary. Yes, if it's inside the bracket like this, then it will be called as set. Okay, for now it's a dictionary. Now what we are going to do here is we will run a for loop for I in range. In range of what? In range of the input length. So that supposingly if we have this as an input, so 1 2 3, this is the input length. then the I will be searched in this first lane, then second, then third. Okay. Likewise, the range will be set in the length of S. Maybe S. Yes, S is smaller. Okay, clear now. Now we will run if. Not if is not a loop, if is a condition. So we'll try if condition. If, what is if? If in the dictionary and in the input of the index is less than the same thing but with corresponding to the next number. The I plus 1 is basically nothing but suppose this is the I and this is the I which is at 0th index and 0 plus 1 is 1. So 0 plus 1 is 1 and here the 1 is this index. So that means we can say it as if the first number is I, then second number is obviously I plus 1 and similarly third number is I plus 2, right? But we doesn't need a third number, so we'll check in the two numbers. Okay, so if it is less, then we will simply uh, subtract it, right? So we'll given as R is equals to from the result minus the number we are watching currently. Okay, else what we'll do, we'll directly add it. Why we'll add it? Because see, if we add it, the last number will be directly added to it because there is no corresponding number uh, beside it or next to it. Yes, it's there is no number next to it. We will directly add it and we will simply return the number R. Let's check the result if it is correct. So okay, I have something error. I have an invalid syntax. Invalid syntax. Okay. For I in range, I think it's correct. There's nothing wrong. Let's have it more inside the loop and this return is in for loop. Okay. Okay. Wait. Maybe I have to learn the positioning again. How to position the it's more important how you position the code because many times code doesn't run just because of the incorrect position, right? I don't think, but see, this is correct. Anything goes wrong after this is not necessary. Okay, so parenthesis was the problem. We have solved it. Again, what's next problem? The global name D is what the okay, no worries. Will it be defined now? Yeah, right. String is okay, okay. Out of range, right? So yes, what I was talking about is it doesn't have there is no number next to the third number. So supposingly the third this is I, so I is 3. Let's just suppose I is 3 and I plus 1 which is 4. So there is no fourth index, or let's say there is this is 2 second index and this will be the fourth index, third index. Okay, but there is no third index, so I plus 1 is obviously out of range. For that we have to add one more condition. What that condition will be: if I plus 1 is less than, let's say less than the length of s, length of s. Okay, so what's so what it will what we are doing here is, suppose I is the last term and I plus 1 is obviously out of range. Then if this out of range thing, if this out of range thing is smaller than the length of s, like this is 3, let's suppose the length is 3, or let's suppose length is 4. So if I plus 1, that means length, I plus 4, that means it will be 4. If I is 3, last term is 3, and I plus 1 is 4, so obviously last term is equals to length of s, right? So 4 is not lesser than 3, so it will be false, right? So this condition will not be working, it will directly shift it to the else. So at this last condition, it with the last number is directly pulled into this number, which will add the sum. Wait, it's not adding, right? Which will which will eventually add this sum, and we will get our return. So for that, I try now running it. Okay, wait. One again problem I have seen. I also hadn't written and. This and operator is so useful because it will check both of the condition. If both of the conditions satisfied, then only it will run this. Otherwise, it will always run this. Okay. Now let's check for the answer. Okay, wrong answer. Why? For case 1, it's correct. For case 2 and case 3, it's wrong. Okay, what's maybe the problem? L is 5 and 8, 58, right? It's making us 52. What's is the problem? If it is greater, then minus it. Okay, if it is smaller, right? I didn't have to write it greater. If it is smaller, then add this. And wait. Suppose, let's say this number, if it is greater, it is smaller than negative, right? If else it will be positive, right? Yes, let's try it now. And I think yes, all the three cases are been satisfied because of this logic. And let's see that is our answer was efficient or not. Is there an another efficient answer or not? So basically I will go to solutions and okay, I will directly submit it, and it will just give me the yes. So my answer is basically taking a runtime of 6 ms, whereas let's see what's the first answer is. Okay, it was by mapping. Okay, maybe it will take more time me to reach it out there, but for now, for basics, this the answer I have given. is totally understandable as a basic coder, as just learned Python coder. This is my day 4 of doing DSA and I have solved it. Okay, so thank you for watching and we will see tomorrow another question which will be the next easiest question, which is also known as longest common prefix. Okay, okay. So we have to find if there is any prefix which may be one word, two word, or maybe more than one word or more than uh, there can be many words. Supposing if there is written flower, flow, and flight, there there also can be written as flora, fauna, and fort. No, fort not flow. Yes, flora, fauna, and flow. So in that case, there will be three common prefixes. Okay, we'll see that tomorrow. But for today, we have done this question, and I'm thankful to myself. Okay, then till then, just just get relaxed and try to do another things. Don't stop. Be consistent.